That got my geek meter going.
Yeah, definitely.
See, you're a little geek in there.
I had a little geek in me. Right. He was awesome.
Yeah, I remember when that happened. All my friends, we were pretty stoked. It was a pretty.
Well, he said to us through his wonderful communication device, between solving quantum physics problems, I like to sneak in the occasional TV guest star. Stephen Hawking. How cool is that?
That is pretty good.
He has a little no collar, didn't he?
Yeah, he's just awesome.
So, who surprised you working on the show that turned out that they would always been a Trekkie deep down, and maybe they'd never had an opportunity to work in the franchise in any way? Well, it just blew you away. Just how into Star Trek they were.
I actually heard this from Brent recently. That we knew that Whoopi Goldberg was a huge fan of Star Trek and really wanted to come and be part of the cast of Next Generation. And Brent told me that he thought that Whoopi asking to join the show when she did actually extended the life of the series. That we may not have gotten that push through. The first season of Next Generation is just kind of struggling to find our way and figure out the kind of we're all getting to know our characters, we're all getting to know each other. The writers are figuring us out, and by the time Whoopi came along, it was like she was the biggest star in the world at that time. And Brent said that he sort of thought that because she was such a huge Star Trek fan and would bring an audience that it helped extend us and give us a push to let us sort of work out and continue the shakedown cruise.
That's pretty cool, right on. Who knows where we'll be going? So, which guest star, which celebrity that worked on the show just didn't get it? Just had the hardest time with maybe the gobbledygook techniques that they make you speak, just had the hardest time wrapping their head around it. No fair whispering in answers.
I don't think that...
on the advice of my attorney.
I don't think this is the room in which to address that. Right. We would be remiss, however, we didn't mention Delancey in this guy.
Yes.
Or Dwight Schultz.
Or Dwight Schultz. Or Colin Meaney, who began as a guest star on Next Gen.
Yeah, Dwight Schultz now with the A-Team movie coming out. It's weird. He's going to have 2 cult followings, I guess, following around. What opportunities has Star Trek given you, or taken you to projects that you never thought you would pursue? I never, in your wildest dreams, would you imagine you'd be involved in some kind of project, but Star Trek led to it.
It's been more the opposite.
More the opposite, really?
Trying to get out of the pigeonhole that Star Trek flew us into.
Well, what would you say is one of the most frustrating times that you had to deal with that typecasting that has plagued so many people in the franchise?
I think you're missing the point. Maybe I can speak for the three of us. Star Trek was the project that I never thought I would ever have an opportunity to be a part of. That was the goodie.
I stand corrected.
The thing about Star Trek is that Star Trek is not just a TV show. There's lots of shows that are on right now that have been on for a long time, but even incredibly popular television shows now are never going to have the cultural, societal impact that the Star Trek world, from the original series all the way through to the end, managed to have on the world. I meet people all the time now. I'm 37, and I meet people who are a little bit younger than me, who grew up watching Next Generation. They're engineers, they're scientists, they're doctors. They wanted to be Wesley Crusher so that they could be on a spaceship and be as smart as the adults, and they went to engineering school, and they went into grad school, and they became physicists so that they could do those sorts of things. A TV show did that. That's amazing.
Take that, Lost. Terry O'Quinn was the guest star in a little episode called Pegasus. Which,
nice poem.
Yeah, you were featured very prominently in that episode. Terry O'Quinn went toe-to-toe, as I recall.
So, getting more Trek specific, if I may. Which alien costuming, I mean, the makeup just was the scariest. Like, I don't know if you ever had to wear any of it for any reason, but when you saw people dressed up as aliens, which one did you just see them getting geared up and I don't ever want to?
You ever see Marina and Gates before makeup at 6 o'clock?
I have never met the man to my left. I would just like to disavow any association, anything that he may have said.
It was awfully funny.
The first time I met Michael Dorn out of makeup, I didn't recognize him because he was always at work before us. And
after us.
And this dude was like walking up to me like, "Hey, Will, what's going on?" And I'm like, "Who the hell are you?"
I think it was tough being aboard.
Ooh, yeah.
That was a rough duty. 2:30 a.m., 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right. Then all that assimilating you have to do before
All that
that.
assimilated.
What time?
Tough being a Kardashian. That was an early call. Turtlehead always had an early call.
Very early call for time.
Yeah, I guess the Bajorans got off pretty easy with that little nose ring.
Yeah, sticking with a nose.
And an earring.
Yeah. It was good to be human, wasn't it?
So what time did you usually begin your filming day? I mean, if you're a human cast member, you have to be there early for special reasons. What time do they usually get you started?
We started shooting at 7.
Yeah, 7 a.m.?
The order's in there by 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And girls were in there, midnight the night before.
I've never met the man 2 seats to my left. And I would like to disavow any knowledge of anything he may have said.
Data was in there getting painted about 5.
Yeah, Ren had to be painted gold.
Having his rye toast.
Yep.
LeVar cereal with apple juice on it. Turned Patrick onto it.
Yeah.
Patrick likes 2 tea bags.
Easy. You know who you are.
It's the little.
All right? It's not a Rule 34 kind of room, okay? I think we should open the floor to questions from the audience.
I was about to make the same suggestion. Does anybody have any questions? Step up to the microphone if you'd like to ask.
Thank God.
Okay, really quickly, I want to say that the episode of Rain Rainbow where you went on the cast of Star Trek was the awesomest episode ever.
The Bionic Bunny Show. That was the name of the book, The Bionic Bunny Show, where the very visual Rob Legato showed us how we made the transporter effect. You recall it was a bowl of water and
sparkles.
glitter.
It was awesome. But I really wanted to ask, I was watching the other day, and I suddenly realized it was the episode, The Outrageous Akana, and one of the nobody actresses that, back then she didn't even have a credit, was Terry Hatcher, and I was like, is that Terry Hatcher?
She does?
Yes, and you know who played the outrageous?
Wait, she denies?
She denied having ever been on the show, as does the sister of the singer.
Wait, how could you?
Oh, Ashley Judd.
Ashley Judd and Terry.
That's right, because Uncle Willie wrecked her.
Wasn't Billy Campbell the outrageous Akana?
He was. He was really nice to me.
Yes!
Yeah, he was really nice to me.
He was Riker too.
He was.
He was the after the 7 weeks of auditioning, we were the 2 left standing.
You went to Paramount Thunderdome and...
Anyway, could you think of any other actors or actresses who were like nothing when they
Third question.
I love this. Anyway, you guys make stop talking. It would be awesome.
when they first came on the show, they were just no one. Can you think of anyone else?
Me? LeVar was the only famous person on the show when
Yeah.
so.
You had done Stand By Me.
I have.
Yeah.
But I was no LeVar Burton. I mean, come on.
You would know Clinton.
Correct.
Yeah.
Any